I remember every detail of that morning, the way the sunlight filled the room. You stood there with your suitcase by the doorway, and suddenly my world lost its bloom. I tried to find the words to stop you, but my voice refused to speak. 1,000 thoughts were running through me while my heart grew weak. The clock kept moving like nothing happened. The birds still sang outside, but everything inside me shattered the moment you said goodbye. I thought love would last forever. I thought we'd find a way. I never imagined my whole world would change in a single day. The day you walked away, the sky turned cold and gray. A part of me went weird and never found its way. The day you walked away, my heart forgot how to heal. Since then I've been surviving, but nothing feels real. Every night I replay the words I couldn't say. I lost more than love the day you walked away. I still pass by our favorite places, trying not to look too long, but every corner holds a memory, and every memory feels strong. The cafe where we spend our Sundays, the park where we made our plans, now they're just reminders of something I couldn't understand. Everyone says time is healing, that someday I'll move on, but they don't know how empty life feels when the one you love is gone. Sometimes I hear your laughter floating through my mind like a ghost from yesterday I can never leave behind. The day you walked away, the sky turned cold and gray. A part of me went with you and never found its way. The day you walked away, my heart forgot how to heal. Since then I've been surviving, but nothing feels real. Every night I replay the words I couldn't say. I lost more than love the day you walked away. If I could return to that moment, I'd hold you tighter than before. I'd tell you all the things I felt instead of watching you reach the door. Maybe it wouldn't change the ending, maybe you'd still leave anyway, but at least I know I gave my all before you walked away. And now the years keep passing, yet one thing remains true. No matter where this life may lead me, part of me still belongs to you. The day you walked away, the sky turned cold and gray. A part of me went weird and never found its way. The day you walked away, my heart forgot how to heal. Since then I've been surviving, but nothing feels real. Every night I replay the words I couldn't say. I lost more than love the day you walked away. There's a box beneath my bed, filled with pages stained by time. Words I wrote when I was missing you on countless sleepless nights. Every letter tells a story of a heart that couldn't mend. Every line was meant for you, but I never hit send. I wrote about the lonely mornings and the dreams that felt so real. I wrote about the pain of losing you and how I truly talked about our first kiss and how it changed my world. Another held the memories of the day you were my girl. I wrote about the promises we made beneath the stars, believing nothing in this life could ever pull us apart. Then came the letters, full of questions, wondering where we went wrong, trying to understand the silence that lasted far too long. I thought that writing might help heal me, help me finally move on, but every sentence led me back to where my heart belongs. These are the letters I never sent, filled with everything I meant, every I miss you, every tear, every wish that you were here. These are the letters I never sent, the pieces of a heart still bent, locked away like yesterday, with all the words I couldn't say. Every page remembers you in ways you never knew. The rain began to fall this evening, just like it did the night before. The night we stood beneath the streetlights and promised we'd be forevermore. I walked alone along the sidewalk, watching strangers pass me by, but every drop that touched my shoulder brought another reason why. I still remember your smile, shining brighter than the storm, back when your arms around me felt like the safest place to be warm. Now the clouds are gathering and the sky begins to cry. Every raindrop carries memories I can never leave behind. Your name in the rain falls from the sky again. Every drop keeps whispering a love that couldn't remain. Your name in the rain echoes through the night, and no matter where I run, I can't escape your light. The storm may wash away the roads, but it can't wash away the pain, because every time it rains, I hear your name. I hear your name. The city lights blur through the water like tears across my eyes, and every reflection on the pavement brings back our last goodbye. I remember dancing in the storm, laughing like we never part, never knowing that someday the rain would break my heart. People hide beneath umbrellas, trying to stay dry, but I stand beneath the falling rain and let the memories arrive. Maybe love is like the weather, changing with the seasons gone, but some storms never truly end, even after moving on. Your name in the rain falls from the sky again. Every drop keeps whispering a love that couldn't remain. Your name in the rain, your name in the rain echoes through the night, and no matter where I run, I can't escape your light. The storm may wash away the roads, but it can't wash The city lights are fading slowly as midnight paints the sky in blue. Another sleepless night is waiting, another night I'm missing you. I drive these empty roads alone, with your favorite song turned low. Every mile feels like forever, every street reminds me of home. The stars above seem so distant, like the dreams we used to share. And every shadow in the darkness makes me wish that you were there. I've been trying to keep moving, trying to leave the past behind, but every time I close my eyes, you're the only thing I find. I'm falling through the night into memories of you, lost between the stars and everything we used to do. I'm falling through the night with no place left to land, reaching for your love like a ghost, reaching for a hand. And no matter how I fight or how hard I try, I keep falling through the night. The moonlight shines across my window like it did so long ago, back when you were still beside me, back before I let you go. I remember every promise, every dream we used to chase. Now they're floating through the darkness like echoes lost in space. The world keeps turning all around me, but my heart remains behind, trapped inside 1,000 moments I can never leave behind. People say that time will heal me and help me carry on, but every night feels endless since you've been gone. The last thing I remember was your hand slipping from mine, the sunset fading in the distance as we ran out of time. The wind was cold that evening, but I barely felt the air. I was too busy watching the sadness in your stare. 1,000 words were waiting, but neither of us spoke. And in that quiet moment, I felt my whole heart broke. Sometimes memories fade away like footprints in the sand, but one moment stays forever. I still don't understand. The last thing I remember was the look inside your eyes, a mixture of love and heartbreak before our final goodbye. The last thing I remember still lives inside my soul. darkness slowly covered the place where we'd begun. You turned and took a few steps, then stopped and looked behind, as if a part of you was leaving, something precious left behind. I wanted to run toward you, to ask you not to go, but fear and pride stood between us, more than you'll ever know. Now every night I wonder if you remember too, that final moment frozen between me and you. The last thing I remember was a look inside your eyes, a mixture of love and heartbreak before our final goodbye. The last thing I remember still lives inside my soul, a memory I keep reliving, a story I can't let go, no matter how much time passes or where life takes me now. The last thing I remember still haunts me somehow. The last thing I remember. We were already falling apart long before the final goodbye. Smiling for the world to see, while hiding tears behind our eyes. The conversations grew shorter, the distance slowly grew. We were standing in the same room, yet I couldn't reach you. We were broken before goodbye, before the tears, before the pain, before the silence filled the nights, and nothing felt the same. We were broken before goodbye, even though we tried to pretend, holding on to something fading, knowing it was near the end. Some hearts break slowly, some hearts break inside. We were broken before goodbye. I remember all the little things that slowly disappeared, the late night talks, the laughter, the way you used to hold me near. We stopped sharing our tomorrows, stopped dreaming side by side, and every promise we once treasured quietly began to die. We were broken before I'm staring out the airplane window, watching cities fade below, leaving behind familiar faces, chasing roads I didn't know. 1,000 miles from where I started, 1,000 dreams from where I've been. But no matter where this journey takes me, I still carry you within. The skyline changes every evening, new lights shine in different towns, yet every place feels unfamiliar when the one I love's not around. People say the distance changes the way a heart can feel, but some loves grow even stronger when the pain becomes too real. I'm 1,000 miles from home, 1,000 miles from you, crossing oceans of loneliness with nothing left to do. I'm 1,000 miles from home, yet you're still on my mind. No matter where this road may lead, your memory follows behind. And though the world is wide and endless, wherever I may roam, without your love beside me, I'm 1,000 miles from home. I've walked through crowded city streets filled with faces I don't know. I've watched the sunrise from hotel rooms and stood beneath the falling snow. I've heard 100 different languages, seen wonders people dream about, but every beautiful destination still leaves something missing now. 'Cause home was never just a place, it wasn't bricks or roads. Home was every moment spent holding you close. And now I understand the meaning of being truly alone. It's not the distance that breaks a heart, it's losing where you belong. I'm 1,000 miles from home, 1,000 miles from you, crossing oceans of loneliness with nothing left to do. I'm 1,000 miles from home, yeah, you're still on my mind. No matter where this road may lead, your memory follows behind. And though the world is wide and endless, wherever I may roam, without your love beside me, I'm 1,000 miles from home. I'm 1,000 miles from home. I was doing fine this morning, at least that's what I told myself. Going through the usual motions, keeping my feelings on the shelf. Then a song came on the radio, one we used to sing out loud, and suddenly I found myself lost inside a memory cloud. It's funny how a single moment can bring the past alive, like a door I thought was closed, opening deep inside. I can't run from yesterday, but some things never disappear. No matter how much time goes by, your voice still finds me here. When your memory calls, I can't help but answer. It echoes through my heart like a song I still conversations floating through my mind, like photographs in dusty frames frozen in time. Sometimes memories arrive softly, sometimes they hit like rain, but every time they bring you back, I feel the same old pain. When your memory calls, I can't help but answer. It echoes through my heart like a song I still remember. When your memory calls, the world fades away, and for a little while you're with me again. Today, no matter how hard I try or how many years go by, I still fall apart. When your memory calls, when your memory calls. Whoa, whoa. Tonight the sky is full of diamonds scattered across the endless blue. I find myself staring upward, thinking once again of you. The wind is softly moving through the silence of the night, and every star above reminds me of the way you brought me light. We used to sit for hours talking, dreaming underneath the sky, never knowing one day I'd be here alone and asking why. The world keeps spinning without us, the seasons come and go, but some memories shine forever, more brightly than they'll know. I'm left with the stars since you left my side, left with all the memories and the tears I tried to hide. I'm left with the stars watching over me tonight, like pieces of your love still glowing in the light. Though you're far away, no matter where you are, all that's left beside of me are the stars. Beneath the same moonlight, back then forever felt so easy, like a promise carved in stone. Now forever feels like distance, and every night feels long. Sometimes I imagine seeing you looking at this sky too, wondering if somewhere in your heart you still remember me too. Maybe we're separated by time and space tonight, but we still share the same heavens and the same silver light. Silver light. I've tried to move on 100 times, tried to leave the past behind, met new faces, walked new roads, but peace is hard to find. Everyone tells me there's someone better, someone waiting down but every time I open my heart, you're the one I find. I've heard 1,000 love songs, seen sunsets in different skies, yet every beautiful moment still reminds me of your eyes. Maybe it's foolish holding on, maybe I should let you go, but no matter where life takes me, there's one thing that I know: nothing feels like you, nothing comes close, no one knows my heart the way you always know. Nothing feels like you, no matter what I do. I've searched through every memory and every road leads back to you. The world keeps changing, but one thing remains true: nothing feels like you. I still remember rainy afternoons, laughing underneath the clouds, the way you'd lean against my shoulder and somehow calm the world around. I remember all the little things, the ones nobody else could see, the way you'd smile when you caught me staring like you belong with me. Now those moments live like photographs, fading slowly over time, yet every picture still reminds me of what I left behind. Sometimes I close my eyes and for a second you're still here, then reality returns and makes everything clear. Nothing feels like you, nothing comes close, no one knows